And welcome to Frankfort High School for another edition of high school boys soccer on both the ISC Sports Network and the Hot Dog Network as the Frankfort Hot Dogs get set to battle the North Montgomery Chargers. I'm John Herrick along with Mark Newman. And Mark, this is a very important night for the Frankfort Hot Dogs because it is senior night and sectional play is just around the corner, and they're going to be playing a winless North Montgomery team, but it's all about momentum right now. How do they keep that momentum heading in the right direction?
Well, Frankfort's coming off of a loss last week, so they've got something to prove here. I mean, you don't want to take it for granted that you're playing a winless team, so they've got to come out ready to be aggressive, ready to assert themselves, get an early goal, put this this North Montgomery team on its heels, and see what they can form as they go forward. Real important to get off on a good on the front foot here for this game, heading into sectional play soon.
Now, with it being senior night, 9 seniors playing for Frankfort, and just about all of them are starting. Actually, all of them are starting. It is Brian Sarabia, a junior, though, one of these starters who is starting off. And then it's Hernan Hernandez Rosas, who is one of those 9 seniors, followed up by Damian Lopez, Yobi Trinado Alanis. Marcos Garcia Cruz is a junior, but he makes the start, followed by Edwin Mejia Mora, Daniel Garcia, Miguel Gabriel, Alex Campos Duenas, Christian Cruz, and then Jose Balderas. The head coach is Chris Butler. He is assisted by Travis Tyson. Frankfort is in blue on your screen. North Montgomery is in white. North Montgomery goes with their starters of Sam Sheets, Tanner Stoltz, Thomas Fritzen, Jaden Roush, also Ben Eldridge, Edgar Biddle, Josh and Caleb Hunsberger, both brothers. Caleb is a junior, Josh is a freshman. Malachi Stevens, Henry Garver, and Owen Query, the head coach for North Montgomery. Tristan Hall, his assistant coaches are Mike Margison and Baden Hall. Always special for senior night, and the atmosphere at Frankfort's really been nice, Mark. And I know you've been through a lot of senior nights, both at, seeing things at the high school and coaching at the collegiate level. What gives it sort of that extra flair and extra emotional impact?
Well, it's recognition time. It's that time to look back yourselves and also to look forward at what your future holds. I mean, for these kids, some of them it may be their last season of soccer. And you want to go out the right way. So it's nice to be recognized not only by your teammates and the coaching staff, but by the fans. And they had a wonderful little ceremony here before the game kicked off.
And Frankfort on the season 6-7, 4-2 in the Sagamore Conference, as this is a Sagamore Conference battle.
And Frankfort really coming out aggressively to start this game, dominating possession of the ball. In fact, the majority of play during this first 2 minutes or so has really been in the North Montgomery half of the field.
It really feels like, I know we've only played a couple minutes, but it feels like the team in blue has certainly been possessing it and keeping it on the end of the field that they want to be on.
And bringing some good energy. Their possession of the ball looks very good. Their heads are up. They're playing balls to feet. They're finding good open spaces. Beautiful through ball right there, played to Garcia. Got to get it end line. Get it end line. Nicely done. Plays it to the far post.
But it gets sent back. Nice defensive play there on the back line by Thomas Fritzen. He skies that one out of play. Does lead to a Frankfort throw-in, but hey, at least you stop the goal. And that's deflected out on looked like a header. Stopped.
Now switch the play, and a good job here of playing the ball into the middle of the park. One more, nicely done. Getting it to the other touchline. And you can see here how things open up, moving the ball east to west here, opening the play up, keeping possession of the ball, forcing North Montgomery into a chase.
That kick by Damian Lopez, a bit of a slow wobbler, but fielded by the goalkeeper Owen Query, who is also a senior. Goalkeeper for Frankfort, Jose Roman Campos.
I always find it interesting. You know, you warm up with the sunlight and everything is great. You've got good, consistent lighting on the pitch, and then sun starts to set and turn the lights on, and it becomes a little bit more of a factor because you have to adjust to it. Got to get it down. Get that second ball. Challenge him. Use your body, protect the ball. Good job. Plays a nice through ball.
And that allows Miguel Gabriel to track it down.
He's off to the races. Get it end line and cut it across.
And he gets plowed.
Needs to be able to use his left foot. He's got to get that across with his left foot. Even if it's just a roller to that near post, he's got to get it off of his foot and across the goal mouth there.
Malachi Stevens just ran him over, leading up to an easy corner kick opportunity here for Frankfort.
So you get a second swipe at it now. So let's see what they can do with this corner kick. They're attacking both the front and back posts, and it's a shot and a goal.
That's how you head it in.
Nicely done.
A perfect header by Damian Lopez. All smiles there. You know, it's either if you can't get the banana on the corner, you want the header.
Well, his job was made easy for him because that was a beautifully taken corner kick, a driven ball to the center of the goal area, an easy one for him to knock home with his head.
So less than 5 minutes in, Damian Lopez gets the goal for Frankfort. Now North Montgomery trying to come up with a response of their own. Eldridge had the throw in, held off there by Henry Garver. Garver plays it in. So North Montgomery just methodically moving down the field, it seems like, by way of throw in, but kicked out.
Get it away. Got to close the ball down here.
Garver tracks it down and tries to reset the North Montgomery offense. Taken away on the defensive play by Miguel Gabriel.
Hold it here. Let your teammates get in the good spots.
Nice move by Sarabia, but he simply ran out of room. Stepped out. So North Montgomery ends up getting the throw in out of it. North Montgomery also 4-2 in the Sagamore Conference.
Get a toe to it. And counter. Play the through ball right here. Nicely done. Oh, we got a little speed out of Alanis there.
Yes, we do.
Slot it, and he gets the goal.
And he gets
beautifully done. Just a great job there by Alanis, playing himself a ball that he could sprint onto, really accentuating the speed that he brings. I think that was a pass from, who was that from? I think that was a pass from Balderas. Played a nice ball to Alanis' feet, who just touches it forward. Enough distance between him and the ball so they can really turn the jets on and out-sprint that defender.
Well, not even 7 minutes into this one, Frankfort has scored twice.
It's to their advantage that they're playing high pressure early on like this. I mean, you know, they can, if they get a third goal here in this early going, then they can just sort of sit back. Everybody gets a chance to play at that point.
This is Fritchen. Has it taken away by Alanis. Then they come to try to track it down, and it gets kicked out by Stevens. Ball played up and taken away by Lopez for a moment, and a whistle. That is a handball against Frankfort. Free kick applied by Malachi Stevens. Out of play off Frankfort.
Come off your line. Well done. Yep. Let these guys get forward. Just take your time. You got nothing to
Roman Campos booms it away. And boy, if Gabriel can catch up to that.
Gets a corner kick out of it.
Yep, that's what you want out of a goal kick. If you can't at least get one of your teammates down there, at least you can set up a goal kick opportunity, which is what they do here.
Yeah, I mean, to his advantage, I mean, this is a sort of a short field. It's only probably about 110 yards. So, when he's able to bring it all the way to the top of the 18, he turns it into about a 90-yard field. With a good bounce, he can get it down to that other end.
That corner kick was by Alanis. Yobi Trinado Alanis, one of the 9 Frankfort seniors. Already a 2-0 lead for Frankfort. Lopez slows it back up, lets Mora have it.
Get it down. That's it. Got to get it in front of him. Got to play it into his path so he runs onto it without having to change his pace. Doing a nice job, though, getting the ball out to the flanks here, using the entire width of the pitch here. Turn.
Sarabia.
He was on. Plays a great ball to the back post.
It was just a little bit too wide, but right idea by Sarabia. Tries to set up Garcia.
Wide open at that back post. I mean, just taking a little bit off of it, directing it more to the far post, you would have probably gotten it just inside that near post.
Owen Query with the goal kick for North Montgomery.
Frankfort showing a lot of dangerous attack here in the early going. I like what I see so far. Just got to get this North Montgomery squad to possess the ball a little bit, take their time, be patient. Don't keep the ball at their feet so much. Look for the open player so that you force this Frankfort team into a game of keep away and chase. Little goalkeeper bobble there.
And that was pursued well by Thomas Fritzen, who...
Boy, that's a weapon. So, we talked a lot in this first game about the second ball. With a weapon like that, goalkeeper's punt, you really do. Nice shot. Oh, my gosh. On a rope.
By Miguel Gabriel. He
on a
fires
rope.
It in.
Wow. Puts that down with his left peg and drives it into the back of the net.
All right, never mind. That's actually Jose Balderas who scores. So you have Lopez, who has scored a goal. So has Alanis, and so has Balderas, which is always nice because on senior night you've had 3 different goals scored by 3 seniors. And North Montgomery, as we've mentioned, has struggled throughout the season. They are 0-9-1, 0-5 in the Sagamore Conference.
Sharing the wealth.
And I think Frankfort saw this as an opportunity to either get your seniors more experience before they graduate, but also chance to go into the postseason with a nice win. Some of the rankings here for soccer that came out today in 2A, where Frankfort is. Canterbury is the lead team at the top of the rankings, then West Lafayette, Guerin Catholic, Concordia, and Speedway.
Nice ball into space.
Garcia trying to turn on the Jets.
Nice little touch there.
And that shot just goes a tad wide.
Really some very nice interplay there, starting with Garcia, receiving the ball with his left foot, knocking it to the D at the top of the 18 in the D, to create a little bit of an attacking foray for the Hot Dogs.
That goal kick applied by North Montgomery's Josh Hunsberger.
Give it. Nope. Tough touch.
Contact, and what do we have? Looks like a foul on Frankfort. They whistled that one against Hernan Hernandez Rosas.
Looks like a fair challenge from up here. Let it run. Shield the ball with your body.
Hunsberger was disappointed in that. As soon as he let the ball fly, then he kind of seemed upset.
Well, the length of the grass kind of works against you on balls played deep into the 18 like that, because you don't get the roll you need in order to get a goal kick from it. Knock it away. That's a handball.
It's sent up high in the air, still in play, and the ball rolls in for a North Montgomery goal. Or are they saying no?
No, I think there was I think it was offside. I can't tell.
Yep, so never mind.
May have been offside there, yeah.
A lot of things happening on that sequence. Either way, Frankfort.
Use your body, protect the ball. Good job. I would have just played a first-time ball. Played a first-time ball back to Gabriel there. Over the top.
Garcia.
Tough touch.
Lopez tries to track it down and
minimize the touches. This should be 1 to 2 touches. These guys are taking too many touches of the ball. A little bit of a momentum shift now because of that goal called back for North Montgomery, but they seem to be playing with more intensity and stymieing this Frankfort team a bit.
That was deflected out by Eldridge. Throw in coming from Mora.
Good. Relieve the pressure. Get at the other side here. Start using the right side of the pitch a little bit more. That a boy. A little bit more leg on that to beat that central defender.
And then off the deflection, and that
Great
was
job.
a goal by Brian Sarabia. So he steals
all created
the ball.
by Sarabia, coming at the back post, looking to pick up the pieces of a broken play. Really just a heads-up play. Great job by Sarabia.
Makes it 4-0 Frankfort. Yeah, he stole the pass and then just fired it back into the goal. Perfectly executed. Exactly what you wanted to have happen here on senior night if you are Frankfort. That one taken away by Garcia and then poked out. But still a Frankfort throw-in. Garcia, and that one goes out of bounds. So Garcia touched it last, so throw in for North Montgomery.
Still got 25 minutes left in this half.
Yeah, there's been a lot of action already, all on the side of Frankfort. But again, that's just been the unfortunate side for North Montgomery. They have simply struggled this year and have only been able to play 10 games.
Nice through ball here. It's blue ball.
It is, and Miguel Gabriel just sitting over there waiting. Substitution coming in, okay? So Jose Balderas leaves, and coming on the field for him is Marcelino Cervantes, a sophomore. So I think we're going to start seeing more of the subs come in now that Frankfort has worked this big lead up. North Montgomery with a nice challenge there. Lopez had it knocked free. That was Eldridge that came away with it. And that one's knocked out of bounds, but was he shoved? And they're saying he was shoved, and it is, so that makes it a foul on North Montgomery. But no card issued. And the free kick applied by Jose Roman Campos. Rolling behind, saved at the last possible moment by Eldridge. So they get a break there, does North Montgomery.
to get some width, stretch these guys out a little bit. Here we go.
Like a collision.
Head up. 1-2. Nice little 1-2 there. Beautifully executed. I got to say, nice job there in executing that 1-2 between Alanis and Garcia. Alanis receiving the ball from Garcia. Garcia playing it back and getting a nice shot off on goal.
Edgar Biddle was the one who knocked it out for North Montgomery. Just got looked like his left hip in that. And Biddle with the goal kick.
Use your body.
Had it down, chased down now by Yobi Trinado Alanis.
Nice ball played into space, really forcing North Montgomery into this chasing posture. They've been at it all night, getting balls behind them. North Montgomery chasing after it.
That one headed back down by Garcia Cruz.
That's it. Now get it the other way. You've got an overload on this right side of white shirts.
You know, the Frankfort coach, Mark, was telling us, and that one is scooped up and saved by Query, that, but the Frankfort coach, Chris Butler, was telling us before the game that they play a 4-4-2. Can you explain to people what a 4-4-2 means?
Well, they play with 4 defenders, 4 midfielders, and 2 attacking players. It's probably the most traditional of formations in soccer, but it balances the attack and the defense and the possession of the ball. As long as you've got the outside midfielders overlapping and getting into the attack, or stepping in, pinching in, and allowing those defenders to get around them, it really creates some confusion, some havoc for the other team.
We got a foul on Frankfort here, which leads to a free kick for North Montgomery. And Malachi Stevens will be doing it. Stevens shovels it in. The referee takes it on the shoulder. You know, soccer referees and hockey referees seem to have a pretty dangerous occupation. Of course, football referees do too.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be a guy in the middle of a tackle in football if I had a black and white striped shirt on.
I mean, I should say all referees certainly have to deal with some element of risk, and we definitely are thankful for the ones who come out and decide to referee high school sports, and we need more of them.
Yeah, I mean, in a sport like this and in football, I mean, you see certain contact injuries.
Yep.
The basketball referees, those are the guys who I really worry about, because the non-contact injuries seem to be the ones that really do a number on them. You know, whether it's an Achilles or a hamstring or something like that just out of the blue stops playing and potentially stops their career.
Corner kick coming up for North Montgomery's Edgar Biddle.
Knock it away.
Second try here, but Frankfort able to clear it.
Yeah, I mean, Frankfort really playing risky defense there, a very loose zone in front of the goal, and giving North Montgomery really just a free rein over that ball as it pops out.
Newcomer into the game that you saw on your screen, number 12, Julian Luz, a sophomore.
Give it. Oh, nice little turn. Way to use your chest, knock the ball down and turn it the other way. Can you keep it in? Step on that ball. Good job. Keeps it in play.
Player who made that turn was number 15 on your screen, Marcelino Cervantes, who is one of the 3 sophomores for the Frankfort Hot Dogs.
So give it, go at him a little bit, and then play it into space.
Oh,
other side.
Got hit in the face, but play has to continue. Yeah, Edwin Mehamora got hit hard there.
Good job. Nice.
Gabriel trying to set up one of his teammates, and it gets knocked out of play. Stay connected to the ISC Sports Network all season long by downloading the ISC Sports Network app from your favorite app stores. Watch all the games live or from the archives. The ISC Sports Network. Local lives here. Miguel Gabriel comes out. And onto the field for him, Ethan Hudspeth for the first time tonight. Hudspeth, a freshman. Knocked free by Cervantes. Chasing this one down, Quintanilla. Brian Flores Quintanilla, a junior. And that went out, but it is playable for Frankfort.
Have a dig. Nice. Good shot.
Good try by Lopez, who has already scored one goal tonight. If you're just joining us, the goals by Frankfort by Damian Lopez. Then it was Alanis, Jose Balderas, and then Brian Sarabayas.
That must have nicked off of one of the North Montgomery players, or that goalkeeper got a fingertip on it or something, because they got a corner kick out of it.
Excuse me, Brian Sarabia.
That's a nice little flick back. Unfortunately, nobody there. This Frankfurt team does a nice job with these corner kick opportunities. Get it down. Get it on the ground.
And dug out by Lopez.
And give it. Fine feet. Nope. Got to be earlier with that delivery.
Hudspeth trying to chase down the ball, and he does. He keeps it in play. Hudspeth able to set up one of his teammates and keep it alive for Frankfurt.
That'll work.
Cervantes.
Get your foot on it.
And Hudspeth turned away. A lot of the Frankfurt fans here thought he might have been fouled, but the referees allow play to continue. Lopez loses it out of bounds.
Because Frankfurt's been able to cycle players in and off of the field, on and off of the field, they've been able to maintain this high work rate. So the pressure that they've applied to North Montgomery has forced them to turn the ball over quite a bit here consistently through this first 25 minutes.
Mora hands off to Lutz.
Keep it in.
Nope. And Lutz loses it out of play, but good effort by him. We've been playing a lot on this end of the field near the North Montgomery goal. The Chargers have not been able to charge very much the other way.
Yeah, playing on a lot of the North Montgomery end of the field, and on the fan side of the field here.
That ball goes whistling out of play. Leads to a Frankfurt goal kick. That was Jose Ramon Campos with the...
Nice ball played out right into his path. Nicely timed. Well done.
Cervantes is turned away. This is Quintanilla. Quintanilla near the
drive it
corner line, and it is batted high. Defensive play made there to save the day for North Montgomery by Edgar Biddle, who's had to do that several times.
Good save. That one. Yeah, I mean, to Frankfurt's advantage, North Montgomery is playing very loosely in the back, so the Frankfurt players are getting time to receive the ball, turn, pick their head up, and make a decision. As we approach the halftime, North Montgomery coach
Chris Butler.
Coach Butler, what he wants to talk to his team about, I think, is tightening up their defense, playing more of a man up, more of a body on the attacking player in order to take away some of the options. You see here, this is a great example. receives the ball, is able to touch it 2-3 times. Elenis does, and then he's able to get it back. I mean, that's too much time. That's what's causing the problems here. Not enough tight defending.
Excuse me. North Montgomery coaches Tristan Hall. Frankfort coaches Chris Butler. And even though you don't come away with that, still, I mean, what about the way Frankfort is passing the ball, Mark? They're
passing the ball well, and the point I'm trying to make is that they're being given enough space so that they're connecting on the passes. I mean, this is a good team. They're playing quite well. I mean, you don't score 4 goals in the first 25 minutes if you don't have some firepower. But North Montgomery is helping them by playing so loosely defensively.
And that was out of play, leading to another Frankfort opportunity here. When a team's passing it as well as Frankfort is, Mark, what do you have to do to shore up the passing lanes?
Well, you got to put bodies on bodies. I mean, if you're giving them room to make a decision and connect the pass, I mean, you're just going to be Swiss cheese. So you've got to take away that passing lane by putting a body on a body. You've got to be able to run with players. You've got to be able to run off of the ball and position yourself between the player with the ball and the target they're trying to hit. There we go.
Another attack here by the Frankfort Hot Dogs. All batted up in the air. Tracked down by North Montgomery's Josh Hunsberger, but then he has it
nice job.
Pried away by Mora.
Give and go. Get it back.
Hudspeth turned away at the last second by Henry Garver. But Hudspeth gets
nicely
back,
played.
But saved near the goal.
Get it down.
This time it is Cervantes breaking free. That one goes wide. By the way, Defining Looks Wig, Hair, and Nail Salon is where they can assist you with a wig for your hair loss needs due to COVID-19, any medical conditions such as cancer or age-related thinning hair. They're also certified in toppers, wigs for kids, and children with hair loss. You can find them on the web at defininglooks.com or on Facebook and Instagram. Edgar Biddle with the goal kick. It has been all Frankfort in this one. Wasn't much of a fortunate night for the Frankfort girls. They lost to Western Boone 4-0, but the Frankfort boys, they are up 4-0.
They're putting on a clinical display here with their possession and their ability to get this ball end line. I mean, one of the things that's really standing out in my mind with this team is they're not playing these balls from a shallow spot inside the 18. They're really trying to take the ball end line, cut it back to on-running players, and creating some dynamic goal-scoring opportunities for themselves in the process.
How common is it to have another one of the players besides the goalie do the goal kick? I feel like we've seen that an awful lot tonight.
It's fairly common. I mean, as you move to higher and higher levels of the game, it becomes less common. But you don't want to put yourself into a defensive pickle because you don't have a goalkeeper that can play a big ball if necessary.
Yep, I think they're...
And 4 goals down, I think they're looking to play the big ball over the top. North Montgomery is as much as they can, so they're not putting their goal under constant attack.
I think they're going to get Marcos Garcia Cruz here for the foul. He was trying to go for the ball, but it is a free kick opportunity here for North Montgomery. Malachi Stevens.
Spin it far post. That's not a bad ball.
Fight inside the box. Knocked out by No Angeles Jr., who's a sophomore.
That was really a great spot for a free kick. And if I'm that guy, instead of playing that as a small spinning ball into the near post, I'm lofting a little bit more, spinning it into the back post away from the goalkeeper to force him off of his line and see if you can get somebody's head on it.
Hudspeth chases it down. Hudspeth into the open.
I give a lot of credit to these North Montgomery kids. They are not letting up. That was a 40-yard sprint that those three white shirts made to get behind the ball.
And then it was batted out by Biddle. But here we go again. Frankfort once again on the North Montgomery side of the field.
Nice.
Approaching the box.
Tough bounce. Bounced away from him a little bit. That's too bad. Hudspeth had an opportunity there, but the ball spun away, and he couldn't get a foot on it.
Now it's Cervantes with the try. His shot goes a little bit wide.
Get it away. Good job of getting it out. Let's see if you can mount an attack here. Unfortunate.
Lopez up with the steal.
Give it. Good. They're getting that outlet pass now. I mean, that's a good first step. They're looking to find that player in the free zone that they could at least make that first connection with.
Alanis.
Have a dig. Good. Come on now, white shirts. You've got white shirts walking and jogging. They're behind him. They've got to get forward. Give him some passing options.
Ben Eldridge battling with it. With Garcia, Marcos Bautista Garcia.
Yeah, Eldridge was just running out of steam there. He didn't have enough guys around him to provide options for him to pass to.
Eldridge ends up hitting it off the back of Garcia.
Good job.
Getting it back.
This is where communication is just so key. You have to have aggressive teammates around you telling you with their voice where they are. Just in short, very simple instructions. Over your right shoulder, over your left shoulder. Just touch it with your right foot. And they'll play to the voice. And that's the kind of thing that just that gets you going a little bit and can create an opportunity.
Yeah, Marcos Bautista Garcia clearly shaken up here after hitting that ball, hit him square in the head. And I think the referee saying he might need to come off the field here. By the way, the Healthy Communities of Clinton County Coalition was formed in 2006 as a partnership of healthcare providers, service care providers, educators, and community leaders who were interested in addressing issues of health in the Clinton County community. Now, over 15 years later, the coalition is still committed to making permanent changes by encouraging policy, systems, and environmental changes with the desire to always make the healthy choice the easy choice. Learn more at healthyclintoncounty.com. What else do you think Frankfort can do to work on? I know that they are up by 4, but obviously it's not the time to get complacent.
Not get complacent, but I mean, you can always work on technical things. Playing balls into the right spots, whether it's that crisp ball into feet or that perfectly timed ball into space. These are things that can always get better. And when you're playing against a team that plays a little bit gappy in the back, they're giving you some space, it's amazing the confidence you build from being able to successfully thread that needle. Mm-hmm. And it stands you in good stead for that next opportunity, that next time you take the pitch when you're playing against a team that might bring a little bit more defensive prowess.
We're inside 5 minutes to play in the first half. Been all Frankfort. Four goals by 4 different players, all seniors.
That guy's got a weapon. That throw was a nicely taken throw. Good distance, good height. I'd be pushing him forward if you get a throw-in situation near the 18.
Tipped up and then rolls off the goalkeeper's hands and into the goal. Just a tough break there for Owen Query, the goalkeeper, and the goal goes to Daniel Garcia. So now 5 different Frankfort hot dogs have scored tonight.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
That happens in the 35th minute.
Nope, a
Garcia.
little heavy. See, there was a situation there. You know, so we're just talking about working on your passing, connecting balls. Garcia played a little bit heavy. You know, if you just needs to work on taking a little bit of the pace off the ball, and it turns into a magical pass.
Hudspeth gets the
nice
move.
Ball. Good job. Again, Garcia doing a nice job moving the ball from his left foot to his right, getting a quick shot off on goal.
And there's the boot by Query. What do you do if you're Query on that last goal? I mean, anything different? I felt like he did all he could.
Oh, you keep your eye on the ball. I mean, he put his head down, took his eye off the ball there. Probably thought he had it, and you just never know. You got to keep your eye on that ball.
Josh Hunsberger calling for a foul for North Montgomery. Doesn't get it.
Give it.
Lopez.
Everybody wants a shot on goal. So now they're not accounting for their teammates out on the flank. They're not as unselfish with the pass as they were early on in this game. And so you can't lose that discipline. That's another thing is Frankfort is thinking ahead now probably to the sectional play or the last game of the season. You can't lose sight of the things that got you here. The good discipline, the on-target passing, finding your teammates. So hopefully that'll be reinforced at halftime by Coach Butler.
Frankfort does win tonight. They would go to 7-7 on the year.
Give it. Nice.
Hudspeth takes it up the field, then has it batted away. And there's, again, I feel like Edgar Biddles had to make all these defensive saving plays for Montgomery, North Montgomery.
Yeah, these defenders for North Montgomery have been placed under immense pressure. And, you know, for a kid like Hudspeth, as an example, so he received that ball really close in on his left foot, working on receiving that ball, that nice first soft touch so he can keep it close to his body when he gets it. This is an opportunity for him to work on trying to beat a player like Biddle with the right kind of touch at the right time.
Lopez with a nice pass, but the ball just bounces a little too far. Garcia around a defender, but then had it knocked free. And that kicked by Mora. Ball goes ricocheting. Yeah. I'm thinking if it's not a handball, that's very close.
Yeah, you're not able to use your shoulder in that way to control the ball. That's an extension of your arm.
Garcia, can he track this one down? Nope, there's Edgar Biddle having to kick it away again.
So, you know, if you're controlling the ball with your chest and it hits your shoulder and it falls, that's one thing. But if you're moving that shoulder blade and trying to control the ball in an unorthodox way, the referee should blow his whistle.
Line drive shot by Alanis, and that goal was saved by Query. Coming up on now 20 seconds remaining in the first half, a half that has been dominated by the home team, the Frankfort Hot Dogs. Hudspeth trying to track it down, goes up against the...
Oh, wow. Nicely done. Pulls it back behind his back leg.
Yeah, taller Henry Garver gave him some trouble. Final seconds. Stevens trying to get one last shot off before the end of the half, and that's going to do it. 5-0. The Frankfort Hot Dogs with a very impressive showing on senior night. They get 5 goals from 5 different players and get it done in half number 1. So a lot of work to do for North Montgomery. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll have the second half from Frankfort. You're watching high school boys soccer on the ISC Sports Network and the Hot Dog Network.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
WinTech, powered by Titmont, is building the future in Battleground. We offer 3 easy and affordable packages with superior reliability, customer service, and no data caps. Get a free Roku when you sign up today at join.wintech.com.
Hi, I'm Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And of course, we do the incredibly creatively and appropriately named Query and Schultz program every Monday on ISC Sports Network. Derek, it airs at what time?
7:30.
Okay, every Monday at 7:30. We're now on season number 2, and if history tells us anything, catch us now because you never know when they pull the plug on it.
How would you say that?
Because it's happened
That's not going
before.
to happen here. Comcast, Xfinity 81, ISCSportsNetwork.com, ISC Sports Network, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, so many places to watch Query and Schultz, 7:30 on Monday.
Defining Looks is a full-service wig and hair salon. We offer shampoo, cut, color, and styling for wigs and hair. Whether your situation is medical or cosmetic, our goal is to help you every step of the way in this emotional process. Let Defining Looks help you create your signature look. Schedule a consultation at defininglooks.com. Defining Looks, located on Sagamore Parkway North, next to Home Depot.
Finding affordable, quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there is now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable. Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable.
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Frankfort High School, home of the hot dogs. FHS provides a high-quality education in a newly renovated 282,000 square foot campus. We have 19-plus career pathways offered at FHS, including advanced manufacturing, business administration, engineering, health science, to name a few. FHS offers 10 advanced placement courses and 24-plus dual credit options. FHS boasts a proud tradition of theatrical performances, including 2 plays, a musical, and the local favorite, Big Broadcast. We are Frankfort High School, home of the hot dogs.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Have you heard? Titmont and WinTech have joined forces to build a stunningly fast fiber optic internet service with no data caps and the best customer service from a company you know and trust. Sign up today and follow our progress at join.wintech.com.
The offensive source in this quarter. Brady, hello, has the first down.
Smith tracks it down. Shot at the buzzer.
Sideline. He cuts it back. Can he get to the goal line? Stankham looks for his man and fell from the seat of his pants. Makes the grab. Johnson gets by that first wave. Bounces it outside. Johnson into the end zone. Touchdown, Warren Central.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday night, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
WinTech, powered by Titmont, is building the future in Linden and New Richmond. We offer 3 easy and affordable packages with superior reliability, customer service, and unlimited usage. Order service today and get free installation at join.wintech.com. WinTech, powered by Titmont, is building the future in Battleground. We offer 3 easy and affordable packages with superior reliability, customer service, and no data caps. Get a free Roku when you sign up today at join.wintech.com.
Hi, I'm Query.
And I'm Schultz.
And of course, we do the incredibly creatively and appropriately named Query and Schultz program every Monday on ISC Sports Network. Derek, it airs at what time?
7:30.
Okay, every Monday at 7:30. We're now on season number 2, and if history tells us anything, catch us now because you never know when they pull the plug on it.
Why would you say that?
Because it's happened
That's not going to happen here. Comcast, Xfinity 81, ISCSportsNetwork.com, ISC Sports Network, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, so many places to watch Query and Schultz, 7:30 on Monday.
Defining Looks is a full-service wig and hair salon. We offer shampoo, cut, color, and styling for wigs and hair. Whether your situation is medical or cosmetic, our goal is to help you every step of the way in this emotional process. Let Defining Looks help you create your signature look. Schedule a consultation at defininglooks.com. Defining Looks, located on Sagamore Parkway North, next to Home Depot.
Finding affordable quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there's now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable. Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable.
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Have you heard? Titmont and WinTech have joined forces to build a stunningly fast fiber optic internet service with no data caps and the best customer service from a company you know and trust. Sign up today and follow our progress at join.wintech.com.
We're just about to start the second half at Frankfort, where the Frankfort Hot Dogs have a 5-0 lead over the North Montgomery Charging Chargers. Along with Mark Newman, I'm John Herrick. Thank you for joining us for high school boys soccer on senior night at Frankfort on the ISC Sports Network and the Hot Dog Network. And Frankfort 6-7 on the year, trying to get back to 500 before the sectional round gets here. They are 4-2 in the Sagamore Conference. This is a Sagamore Conference battle. And they came in averaging at about 2 goals a game, Mark. Came in averaging 2 goals a game, and they already have 5. We still have another half of soccer to go. What has made their offense so explosive tonight?
Well, I think they've really done a great job of finding their open players. You know, we talked a little bit in the first half about, you know, these through balls that they've been playing, balls out wide. They've done a nice job of moving the ball from one side of the park to the other, really keeping North Montgomery on their heels, and have scored some beautiful goals as a result. Now, admittedly, I do think North Montgomery might be just a bit overmatched here, but I got to give them some credit. Huge props, because they have just continued to fight. I mean, through that entire first half, they were making 40-yard sprints from one end of the field to get behind the ball at the other end of the field, really working as hard as they could to defend these shots and these balls effectively. But we'll see what happens here in the second half. If they can get one back, maybe it gives them confidence, maybe it gives them a little extra dose of that fight. We'll see.
And one of the things that's been tough for North Montgomery, part of the reason they are 0-9 on the season, they have only scored 7 goals in 9 contests. So the offense has been hard to come by for them. They try to get something going here in the second half. By the way, the goals scored by Frankfort by Lopez. So he was the one who got the first goal, Damian Lopez, and then it was Yobi Trinidad Elenas and Jose Balderas, Brian Sarabia, Daniel Garcia. All 5 different players for Frankfort with 5 goals.
Beautiful through ball just played there into the feet of Damian Lopez.
And that shot up top is a little bit high from Cesar Alanis. So a freshman getting into the game now for Frankfort. So they're having some new, we're seeing all the subs now get into. We're going to see every Frankfort player get in on this roster tonight. What a display they have done, put on here. Goal kick by Edgar Biddle as he lets it fly. Frankfort's got one more game after this. It is at home on Thursday against Twin Lakes to close out the regular season. For North Montgomery, their last game of the regular season, they've got 2 more left. Delphi on the 30th, and then on October 2nd, they close out their season against Danville.
Little handball.
Handball there, which leads to free kick for North Montgomery.
Looks like we got a goalkeeper change at the other end, too.
Yes, we do. Okay. So it is for North Montgomery. They still have Owen Query in at goal. And we do have a new goalkeeper in for Frankfort. Can't quite tell who that is.
I think it's Campos, yeah?
Well, Campos was wearing 0 in the first half, so that was Campos. I think that's somebody else. Unfortunately, we'll have to wait till he turns around, because I think the front of his jersey has a number. It has been a windy and warm Monday night all across the state. Whistle in the box. Gotcha. So they have called up Noah Angelis, a junior from the junior varsity squad. Okay. So this is a great opportunity for them. They get to have some junior varsity work come in. Some of the guys on the JV team get an opportunity here. All around good night to be a Frankfort hot dog for soccer. Temperatures cooled down to about 77 degrees when we started our first game, which was our part of our doubleheader, the girls' contest. It was about 84 degrees.
Got to give it.
Carver for North Montgomery has to give it up.
Ran into a bit of a brick wall there. Best way to beat a defense is to pass through it, not drive through it.
Alanis, up the field he goes. Has space in front.
That's a nice little ball he just played.
And that one goes off the side post. Good effort
Yeah,
by Alex Campos Duenas, one of the 9 Frankfort seniors.
Some good fortune on Query's part there because he was really hugging that near post. And then at the last minute, he pushed off to get to the far post, and the ball went where he was.
It's the head of Lopez. For running goes Lutz. Battle
Nice
for it
job.
along the sideline from Cesar Alanis and then Jaden Roush of North Montgomery. And that is corner kick opportunity for Frankfort.
So right off the bat, I mean, you've seen North Montgomery, their defense has tightened up a bit here in the early going of this second half. They've still given away this corner kick here, but they've seemed a bit more composed and under control in the back than.
Header doesn't work. Second try goes a little bit wide from Rosas. So goal kick time for the charging Chargers of North Montgomery.
They seem a little bit more organized and a little bit more composed in the back than they were in that first half when we saw that flurry of 5 goals occur.
Yeah, and they've been better defensively in the box. What's the key, do you think, to having a good defense in the box and getting your the invaders out of there?
Well, in that particular situation on a corner kick, in the first half where they struggled was they would play a zone in the back like that on a corner kick, but it was such a loose zone, it was ineffective. I think here in the second half they need to get rid of the zone altogether, play man-to-man in the box, and knock those balls away, and then they've got to chase them down. Again, we talk about the second ball so much in that first game and in the first half. It's the second ball coming out of the box after a defender has knocked it away that they've really got to be conscious of.
Throw in here for Christian Cruz, senior. He's Mark Newman. I'm John Herrick. Thanks for joining us for High School Boys Soccer on the ISC Sports Network and the Hot Dog Network. And all Frankfort here tonight. They scored their first goal very early in the contest and have not looked back. Damian Lopez headed one in just 4 minutes into the contest. And that's what got everything started for Frankfort.
Now these midfielders, so the North Montgomery midfielders have to keep their shape. They need to compress the space between the central defenders and their midfield so that so that these Frankfurt players don't get in between the two and wreak havoc. Surprised we didn't see a flag there.
What did you see there? Some contact or a handball?
No. All good. I thought it was a little push with the inside of the arm, the inside of the outside of the hand.
Ben Eldridge got to throw it in for North Montgomery. One thing that's interesting about the sectional for Frankfort that they are in, they're in the same sectional as Crawfordsville. They lost to Crawfordsville August 21st, 8-1, and then came back and pushed them into overtime. Lost to them 1-0. So you're going to play them in the sectional round. You got to feel pretty confident that you played them a lot better the second time than you did the first time. And you're clearly closing out the regular season, what appears to be a very high note.
First touch so important. You got to bring that ball down, not head the ball down to yourself as much as jump, get a chest on the ball, and deaden it to your feet.
Fight for it along the sideline. Jousted free. Garver
Knock
boots
it
it
down.
away.
Get a corner out of it.
Looked like for Frankfort it was last touched by by one of their players, and Edgar Biddle will be doing the honors. I feel like every big play North Montgomery has needed, Biddle has had to provide it. Now he's corner kicking, and that one headed back the opposite direction. But then it gets knocked back in the box.
Good job. Well, Biddle's in the middle of everything because he's playing one of those center back positions. So he's just by nature, with the incredible flurry of activity that is being created by Frankfort, he's going to be in the middle of it defensively.
Yep.
And when you're the best corner kick taker on your team, you're going to be called into action. So he's probably going to have to replace those soccer boots with track shoes here because of all the running he's doing up and down the field.
And he's going to corner kick it now from the opposite side.
Not a bad ball. See, it skims through the area like that.
Still in the area. Frankfort trying to get it out of the area. They finally do.
Great little driven ball by him. And really, Frankfort needed to do a little bit more with it than that. They need to put a person at the top of that at the front post there to be able to knock that ball away. There's another great weapon in that long throw-in.
A good play there by Frankfort's Alex Campos-Duenas. Now he's up the field. He's got it. He's just outside the box. And it got deflected, and guess who saved the day again for North Montgomery? Edgar Biddle. He just got his right thigh into that. Made the goalie's job, query, a little bit easier. Frankfort throw-in coming up. Ardente Dental offers high-tech dentistry with a personal touch. Our team are all trained and knowledgeable in many areas of dentistry. We believe strongly in continuing education to provide our patients with the latest technology and techniques, and we look forward to providing the highest quality of dentistry achievable not only for you, but your family and friends as well. Visit ardentedental.com for more information. Ardente Dental. Healthy smiles start here. North Montgomery trying to answer. Angelis comes over and makes the save. His first goal kick try is a good one. Lands in the center of the field. And Campos-Duenas trying to take it away, knocking it around. Garcia comes out of there with it and then slips and falls. North Montgomery trying to take advantage of that mistake. Landon Patterson, junior midfielder, came in, but Frankfort did touch it last. Throw in and a whistle. Looks like I think that's a handball on North Montgomery. And that puts Frankfort in position to have the ball back. So, okay, we haven't had a score here in the second half, but North Montgomery's been a lot more competitive, Mark. What's made them a little bit better here defensively?
Well, a couple of things. They've tightened up themselves defensively. They're playing much better man marking, applying more disciplined man marking principles. Offside call there.
Yeah.
Now, you've talked about Biddle, sort of the Iron Man. He's been the Iron Man in the back all game long. He's been in the middle of everything, but he can't do it all by himself. So he's getting a little help from teammates now. And also, it would be I would not be completely truthful if I weren't to say some of the personnel changes that Frankfort has made. Those have helped North Montgomery to some extent, making it a much more competitive end-to-end game. So North Montgomery's getting some chances at goal, and Frankfort still being quite dangerous.
And that ball goes over the fence and almost took out a couple of fans. And then for Frankfort, they've been challenged a little bit more defensively, but they continue to withstand every challenge North Montgomery throws at them. What do you think they have done well, and what could they work on too?
Well, they're still trying to find open players. Their passing is not as crisp and as pinpoint as it was in the first half. They were doing a really nice job in the first half of getting these balls splayed out to the flanks, into the path of the on-running flank player. So he didn't have to change speed, didn't have to change pace at all. Balls are not quite getting to these spots the way that they were in the first half, so it's a little bit more of a struggle. But we've also got quite a few young players who aren't as experienced as some of the upperclassmen are, getting a chance to figure things out. So from that standpoint, a real good opportunity for those kids.
Jousted out of play. We come up on 25 minutes left in the second half. Frankfort on senior night, enjoying every moment of this. And I think we have a North Montgomery player down who appears to be fighting off cramps. And good sportsmanship here by Damian Lopez, coming over to help stretch him out. Again, keep in mind it is pretty hot out. And we'll step aside for that injury timeout. You're watching high school football on the ISC Sports Network and the Hot Dog Network.
The offensive source in this quarter. Brady, hello, has the first down.
Smith then tracks it down. Shot at the buzzer. Sideline. He cuts it back. Can he get to the goal line?
Stankham looks for his man and fell from the seat of his pants, makes the grab. Johnson gets by that first wave, bounces it outside. Johnson into the end zone. Touchdown, Lawrence Central.
Back here at Frankfort, so the injury has been taken care of. And something interesting about North Montgomery, one of their players here, Mark, Sam Sheets, apparently plays with 1 foot.
Yeah, I mean, he's done just an outstanding job in the back there, getting up and down the field, really a nice job of getting behind the ball, shepherding the player with the ball when he's had to be in a defensive posture. One of his great weapons is his throw-in. He's got a huge throw-in. So getting him into the attack and using that throw becomes a great weapon for this North Montgomery team if they get the ball up there.
Again, North Montgomery has struggled, still trying to get their first win of the season. Just has not quite gone their way. Popped up into the air. Yep. Could we have might have another foul here? Yep. And again, another good sportsmanship there by Alex Campos-Duenas. He helps up Malachi Stevens, who he tripped up. So a free kick here for North Montgomery. And he boots that away. Garver tries to come over and get it. You saw him on your screen slip and fall. And that one tried to be saved by Josh Hunsberger, but he ends up sliding out of play and leads to a Frankfort throw in here. There is Sheets going after it. Also looks too, Mark, like North Montgomery's passing has been better in this second half.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got these younger Frankfort players. Their defense is a little bit looser on them, opening things up. It helps the North Montgomery team. And, you know, it's a confidence booster when you're given space to make a decision. You're given time and space to make a decision. It really makes for a much more attractive game. So I think these guys are getting some momentum, building some momentum as a result of that. And their possession has gotten considerably better.
Frankfort came close there to goal number 6.
Query did a nice job coming off of his line, getting physical, getting down on the ball, and deflecting it away.
Also, too, I've been very impressed with the sportsmanship in this game by both teams.
Yeah.
You know?
I attribute that to the IHSA. I mean, they preach sportsmanship. They do really just a wonderful job of creating guiding principles for high school athletics, and I'm always impressed wherever I go to see them being reinforced at the schools that we visit.
And the coaches have done a great job instilling that as well.
Mm-hmm.
The 4-4-2 offense, we talked about this earlier in the broadcast that Frankfort runs. It is more the traditional one, but it takes a great degree of execution to make it work, and they're making it work tonight.
Yeah, I mean, both sides are playing a 4-4-2. And you can mask a lot in a 4-4-2 because if you don't have exceptional technical players, by just knocking balls big, playing good through balls, you can get away with some things that you otherwise couldn't. But here in the second half, as we were just talking about, North Montgomery is doing a nice job of playing through their midfield, possessing the ball, and getting the ball into dangerous attacking spots themselves.
That one taken away by North Montgomery's Jaden Roush.
There we go. Just got to hook it to handball. The referee missed it.
Or did he not miss it? Maybe he just blew his whistle late.
No, they just called offside.
Oh, offside, okay. Well, either way, sends it back to Frankfort. They get a free kick out of it. Headed back. By Stevens, and then lofted up. Query makes the save. So if you're just joining us, 5-0. Frankfort with the lead. All 5 of their goals in the first half, all by 5 different players. Passing has been crisp. The defense has been solid.
Get it down.
Biddle knifes it out of there. Rolling out of play. That was a good effort by Hunsberger to try to get over there. Also, North Montgomery has several seniors themselves. 8 of them. So 17 seniors are on the field.
We have a lot of spots to fill next season when these guys graduate for both teams. It's really turned out to be a beautiful night.
It really has been. Yep.
Beautiful night for footballing weather.
Ethan Hudspeth, you just saw on your screen there, a freshman who came off the bench kind of midway through that first half. He's a tenacious player, the way he just goes after it.
Yeah. Sort of a nip-at-your-heels kind of guy.
Lopez's shot goes wide. Takes us down to just under 19 minutes to play in the contest. Talked about Frankfort scoring on average 2 goals a game and how they're well over their average here tonight. They normally give up around 2 goals a game as well, but defensively they have been solid. Grant, again, we know North Montgomery is a team that has struggled, going winless on the season coming into tonight, but still you need to have strong defensive performances to play competitive soccer consistently, and we're seeing that out of Frankfort.
Yeah, I mean, if they have any hope of advancing when we get into tournament play, defense is going to carry them through. I mean, you only need to score 1, or you need to be the superior team in a penalty kick shootout.
Yeah.
But in either of those cases, defense is the thing that carries you through the day.
Henry Garver's been in on a lot of battles there, number 20 for
nice easy touch.
Montgomery. That one.
So that was an example there. I mean, he played the ball ultimately, but that was a situation where Mara really needs to receive the ball, play it quickly. What these guys have to be disciplined in, these younger players who don't get a lot of playing time, in 1-touch, 2-touch, finding the feet of their teammate and moving the ball along. If they develop those kinds of disciplines, those are the things that stand them in good stead as they advance through their careers. Now, I know that Garcia is a senior in this case, but it's a good example of what the rest of the team really needs to be thinking about. Play these balls quickly, 1-2.
Edwin Mora had the free kick. Coming up, Rosas. Joust free, knocked out of play. But it was off of North Montgomery, so corner kick time for the Hot Dogs.
Drive it in there.
Yobi Trinado Alanis with the corner kick. Ball batted up, hits the crossbar, and then rolls out off of Frankfort. So they already had a goal in on a header earlier,
Yep.
but
I mean, he lofted it in there, but it was a well-played ball. I mean, right to the right spot to find somebody's head. I like how Frankfurt sets up for their corner kicks. They create chaos in the goal area, and inside that 6-yard box, it really puts the goalkeeper on his heels, and I think that that's a better approach than when you have everybody outside the box and they're making these near post, center, and far post runs to the goal. Just it's a lot easier, at least from a goalkeeper perspective, I think, to manage something like that.
Alanis has been playing well, and he's quick. He had it knocked free, wanted a foul call, didn't get it. But last touch by North Montgomery leads to a Frankfurt throw-in. What do you make of the way Alanis plays? Got nifty footwork.
Yeah, I mean, he's got good tight touches. I mean, the way he uses the bottom of his foot to pull the ball back or play it behind his off heel. I mean, he's got some really good technical ability. Scored a nice goal, too.
I think Garver hit that one out on off his foot accidentally, so corner kick again for Frankfurt.
Now they've got to mix it up a little bit. So they pulled players out of the box here. Not as many as they had the last time, but you can see them mostly positioned around that back post. So you got 21 making that near post run. Good decoy run for a far post ball.
Marcelino Cervantes with a corner kick. So what is explain to the folks at home, what's a decoy run?
Well, so a decoy run is when you're going to draw a defender or two defenders to a spot on the field to open up the spot they left up. So, you're just trying to throw off the defenders a little bit.
Couple of very close scoring opportunities here. I feel like we have spent almost the entire second half on this end of the field.
Yeah, you're probably seeing.
That one goes just wide. That's shot by Alex Campos Duenas.
I think we're probably seeing a little fatigue set in now on the North Montgomery team.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, but you saw him come out at the beginning of this second half, really with a lot of fire, a lot of fight. With what, 13, almost 13 and a half minutes left, they're probably starting to feel it in their legs. In fact, you had a kid early on, I can't remember who it was, who went down with cramps. I mean, so, they're putting the effort in. They're fighting, and I give them a lot of credit for that.
Oh, nifty move there by Edwin Mora.
Nice little pullback, yeah. And touch it. You got to touch that ball into space out on the flank.
And that goes wide, bringing up a goal kick here for North Montgomery. At WinTech, powered by Tipmont, we believe building relationships turns our passion for technology into solutions that help you reach your potential today, tomorrow, and in the future. To see our residential services and business solutions, visit wintech.com.
Cesar Elenas did a nice job with that overlapping run, getting into a spot. Just got to play that ball out to him, reward him for making the smart decision.
Cesar Alanis was in a battle for it over there with Garver. Ends up going out of bounds. Throw in for Christian Cruz.
This is a good game for him. I mean, he's getting some valuable minutes here as a freshman.
Also, you got a junior varsity goal tender getting quality minutes. Although, again, he hasn't had to deal with a whole lot because the play's been on this side of the field so much.
So, yeah, I mean, you don't see it from here, but he's actually, he's standing back on his goal line here. If I'm the coach, I'm telling him to push up to the top of the 18, and he needs to keep his head in the game. So he needs to be talking to his backs. He needs to be providing good instruction. And this is where the experience comes in, having those kinds of conversations between himself and the backs, staying in the game. That's an important discipline to learn as a young goalkeeper.
Sure is. Campos Duenas.
Get in the box, get in the box. No, it's too bad. Did a nice job getting that ball end line. Needed to cut it back a little bit more sharply, swinging that ball out toward the corner of that 6-yard box.
Who have been some of the big powerhouse teams for high school boys soccer this year that stand out to you, and who could make a run at the postseason trophy?
Well, I mean, if we look at 3A, I mean, we've got 2 of the top-ranked teams in the country in 3A soccer here from the state of Indiana, in Fishers and Noblesville. So that's kind of a unique situation, and so I look to them to advance. Year over year, Evansville Memorial always puts together a great team, and they have a history of success. From the northern part of the state. In the central part, or from the northern part of the state, or from the southern part of the state, sorry, Evansville Memorial. Northern part of the state, Argus is always a quality team. In fact, they've probably got some of the most prolific history for soccer in all of Indiana, with varsity teams going back to the 1960s.
Yeah.
They supported soccer when nobody was supporting soccer. They didn't have a football team. They put all of their focus and their energy on developing soccer. So a really interesting story from that part of of Indiana.
Good find there by Cervantes. Gets batted free by Malachi Stevens.
And a shot.
Good try there by Cervantes.
Yep.
Just sent it a little bit too high.
Yeah, nice job of cutting it back, but he leaned back on when the ball got to Cervantes, he was leaning back, so he popped it over the top of the goal. He's got to stay over it and just nice little push with your foot, kind of like you're spooning it into the goal.
That goal kick by Edgar Biddle again, and that throw in this time. Was by Hunter Woods, one of the new seniors in for North Montgomery. So both teams just continue to empty out their benches and get as many players in the game as possible. Ball played in that time by Malachi Stevens, a junior. At least I think they were just playing out there. I'm not sure what the delay is about. Oh, it looks like an injury to Alanis. Alanis was coming off the field or had something on him. Looks like the ball hit him in the head. You've had that happen quite a few times tonight. Some of the referees have even gotten hit.
Yep.
Two guys battling for it there, Jose Balderas and Caleb Hunsberger.
Nice little through ball played. He was on.
And the shot try goes wide by Rosas. Good idea, just a tad bit to the left. Good play, though, by Hernan Hernandez Rosas.
Yeah, he was picking out that far post because the goalkeeper did a nice job of stepping off his line, cutting off the angle at the near post. couple of options there. He could have tried to take the shot with the outside of his right foot, or he could have tried to bend it with the inside of his right foot to the near post around the goalkeeper. But as it was, he just missed it by inches.
That shot headed up in the air, out of play. Just depends on who it was off of. They say it was off of North Montgomery, so we'll redo the corner kick try.
Other side now. No, same side.
With Garcia Cruz trying it. A little bit high and wide. Inside 7 minutes to play, all Frankfort. They lead 5-0. And we were at 5-0 at halftime. It's been a scoreless second half.
Yeah, you know, some of the energy and the pace has sort of left the game. I think, you've got 22 players now who are just sort of playing for the final whistle.
Yep. Just trying to play through as much as we can. Garcia Cruz upset with himself, tried to keep it in play, but ended up poking it wide. Throw in from Stevens, very close to crossing the line. And that time the ball does cross the line off the tap from Mora. Heaved in by
knock it away.
Woods.
Nice little move with his right foot to his left. Got around the player in tight spot.
Booms it down. Owen Query chases it down and then delivers a big kick into the middle of the field. Knocked away by Jose Balderas over towards the benches. But it's kept in play. Chased down by Garcia Cruz.
Time. Nice.
Garver tries to pull it away and leads some.
Campos Dunas shows some really nice little technical ability. He runs up to that ball and he plays it with his left foot behind his right to the on-running attacker. I mean, that's some impressive ball control.
It's like North Montgomery making a substitution here. Other players, Caleb Huntsberger leaves.
He's logged a lot of minutes here tonight.
One thing is, I don't see North Montgomery substituting a lot of people, at least not nearly as many as Frankfort has. Query has to go down and make a diving attempt.
Did a nice job coming off his line for that.
Pulls it away from Rosas. And that one boomed away by Query.
Oh, here we go.
Campos Duenas.
Nice job of using his body to turn the player. Query doing a nice job here in these waning moments of getting into good spots. He's holding on to the ball well. That was a tough skipping ball a little bit coming off of this, this now dew-wet surface. He's got to be careful there. yeah. Almost got the big skip over the head.
How many times have you seen that happen? Where the ball goalie just misplays it, goes over his head.
It happens frequently. I mean, I was watching a collegiate game on the television earlier this week. It was University of Washington and Arizona State. The Arizona State goalkeeper gave up 2 goals as a result of skipping balls. They were playing up at Washington, but it's something that you need to train for, and so that's that's where good coaching comes in. You're preparing your athletes to expect the unexpected. So if you're going up to an environment like a cold, cooler, wet surface like in Seattle, Washington, you prepare for something like that. Great left-footed goal.
Yep. One more for insurance by Marcos Garcia Cruz.
Yeah, he did a nice job there. Brought the ball down. Nice stroke with his left foot and drove it into the near post.
So 6 goals for Frankfort by 6 different players. And here's who they all were again. Damian Lopez got the first one. Then you had Yobi Trinado Alanis with the second one. Jose Balderas with the third one. Brian Sarabia with the fourth. Daniel Garcia with the fifth. Marcos Garcia Cruz with the last one to put us at the half-dozen mark for Frankfort. Campos Duenas.
Look at these feet. He's got, he's a big kid. He's got a great presence. Is able to use his body well.
And we got another one out of this. My gosh.
Nice goal.
It looked like Campos Duenas had it 1 minute, then the next minute somebody else had it. And that time it was Jose Balderas. So Jose with his second goal. So finally we have a Frankfort player with a repeat goal. So Balderas with 2 of them, and then the other 5 were by 5 different guys. So my goodness.
Balderas had the third goal?
The third goal, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. How important are late game goals for momentum going into future games, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, for a kid's confidence, I think it helps immensely to to get into the scoring column. Whether there's any holdover effect from that or not, I don't know. But it always feels good to score a goal, and they come few and far between in this sport. But when you score them, they certainly mean a lot.
Frankfort trying to add one more. That one lofted up, hits the side post and goes out.
Query used all of himself to get that over the end line.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Waiting seconds. Last try. The header.
Off the crossbar.
Off the crossbar. And what a game by the Frankfort Hot Dogs. Aggressive. And with it, all the way to the final whistle, they win this one 7-0, and they improve to 7-7 on the season. And unfortunately for North Montgomery, they drop to 0-10. And Mark, let's put our final thoughts on this one first for Frankfort. They were playing a team that they were clearly better than tonight. North Montgomery was overmatched, but when you're the better team, you got to come in and play like it. Frankfort certainly did that from start to finish.
Yeah, I think particularly in the first half, where their energy and their intensity was really at a high level, to be able to go into halftime with 5 goals, 5 good goals. That really stood them up well. And I thought they came out in the second half, probably laid back a little bit, but North Montgomery came out with even greater intensity than they ended the first half with. And if there's anything that I really want to give credit for to this North Montgomery team is they never gave up the fight.
No.
They kept coming out, defending. In fact, they were better defensively in the second half than they were in the first.
Most definitely. Well, this broadcast was a partnership between the Hot Dog Network and the ISC Sports Network. Big shout out to the student crew for all of their hard work today. Emily Flore, Madison Cook, Eddie Roberts, and Jennifer Del Toro. Huge thank you to them for all of the work that they did. And also for my partner, Mark Newman, I'm John Herrick. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Your final score for the final time, Frankfort 7, North Montgomery 0. You've been watching high school soccer on the ISC Sports Network and the Hot Dog Network.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
WinTech, powered by Tipmont, is building the future in Linden and New Richmond. We offer 3 easy and affordable packages with superior reliability, customer service, and unlimited usage. Order service today and get free installation at